out there.
It's 2006 again.
Well,
it's the final cup of soccer again we are going to have there.
Just one of the best players in Europe. There's no doubt. Is this a big challenge for M4E, but will he be able to do it? Here we go.
Let's go again. He decided to take Glutonny on the PS2. We talked about it yesterday. But
yes.
Every French player is actually born on PS2. So let's see. For now, he takes the first hit and did manage to grab a few percent there. And you can already see how he respects Glutonny the same way he respected Blue before. He's going to use that little space he got with that sword just to force Glutonny to go for unsafe option and punish them every time. However, whenever he will be on ledge like this is the moment Glutonny can actually have a word, because there's no room behind him for him to try to give some space. So let's see again how he does in those situations.
Yeah, and you said it perfectly, because I do think this entire matchup is going to be somewhat dependent on if M4E can kind of keep that space between them. Sephiroth has the range to deal with it, but you do not want a Wario up close and personal with you.
Okay. Again, Sephiroth doesn't have any issues on the ledge. In those, my goodness! Never mind. Just going to end this sentence here. Glutonny with a very huge lead because a few interactions he won and a few again good strings he did manage to connect here. 49% on the first stock, 35 on the second one for M4E. This is looking very well for the French player here. Already the wing for M4E. So yeah, the DLC privilege already on board.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we're talking about. When Glutonny just gets in your face, it is so difficult to deal with it. Just like that, there was so much pressure being mounted on here, and M4E does not have any kind of personal space to deal with it.
I have to say, sometimes it's time to go ZZ, and this is exactly what Glutonny is doing there. The waft in the face, again taking a huge hit. At only 30%, M4E has already the wing out. Oh my goodness.
The Italian crowds are suddenly very quiet.
Yes, I don't hear anyone anymore.
Oh no! Oh, mamma mia!
Mamma mia! Mamma mia!
Oh, wow.
M4E just got climatization.
Yeah. Ciao.
Why are you so toxic, sir?
Well, yes. We'll see it later if we get UK friends France later. But okay, so everyone went a certain way, Hummingbee. There are a lot more games to play with. Let's get back on track.
Yeah.
We have seen a lot of game 5s with M4E today. I feel like he's a player who can kind of bounce back.
Oh, let's say something. I mean, I think it's maybe like Italian courtoisie. You know, it's a way to greet your opponent there. And again, he wants for the story, to gain something. Maybe he just wants to play more. Maybe he just wants to be sent in losers, for the Lord. He wants to kick Bloom forever again. Maybe that's something.
Yeah. I mean, how many times do you get to, play Glutonny? One of the finest players in the world. Yeah, so maybe get a few more games. That's it. I think we've worked it out.
I think this is the Italian copione.
Yes. Right, okay. Game 2. Going to Kalos Pokemon League. Hopefully, it really is kind of dependent on if, I was going to say if, he could get some space between him and Glutonny, but I feel like Glutonny is kind of gifting racks right now, but nothing is especially happening either.
It's over, M4E. I have high ground.
Come to me.
Moving on.
I'll wait for you at the top of the tower.
Oh no, this is kind of even, but we've seen already how Glutonny loves to have those strings going. But also last time, Chris did lose a few games before winning the set against Gloom, so he's still in there. He still can do something, but again, Glutonny doesn't want to interact with M4E. He's very well there. Like, Glutonny, do you want me to order a pizza or something?
When Glutonny is determined to just wait for this man to come to him. And I mean, Sephiroth has the forward air. It can deal with that, but I mean, every single time, it's just really not working out for M4E right now. I think that's why Glutonny's doing it.
I would say it was working now for he just had late, but that's not a lot considering again like in half a minute we're going to have the waft on deck.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean every second that Glutonny just waits on that platform, it's better for him. Literally, he will have the waft very, very soon. And
what are you hitting?
Yeah.
that bike here had an issue with M4E, and he decided to settle this right there, right now. Ooh, yes, exactly. This is something he tried to have a few times as a way to punish a rig grab. There's a space in frame with the back here. You can actually punish a recovery, and that was perfect because again, right now, you can just wait it out. Look, in 10 seconds. Oh no, never mind. Just right now, he's been glowing orange.
Here we go.
This smells
Here we
awful.
go. Oh, and the up there. No walk yet. Gonna wait it out. Oh, that was the potential opportunity there. You do see Glutonny going low, but just keeping it opposite. And of course, we have every second that he keeps it as well. It's just an intimidation tactic. M4E now has to play around this waft and has to be careful that, okay, I can't overextend because otherwise I'm just going to get wafted.
Yes, exactly. This is the moment where finally M4E, who would be fishing for a kill, I mean, it's going to be easy now that he has a wing. Thank you for proving my point. But it's going to be another story now because he will have to get in there at least sometimes, specifically with that nair. He will be in specific range that Glutonny can actually punish with a waft. Now he just got rid of the bike. If he does it again, he can actually force Glutonny to go on a very dangerous recovery and punish them accordingly. But for now, Glutonny is still expressing himself.
Yes, exactly. Of course, all that said, M4E not been doing a bad job. There's a little bit of a deficit between them, but just needs to try and find a way through. Been playing around this waft quite nicely, getting a few hits here and there. Does send Glutonny off stage, but not going to overextend, as we said before. Does not want to, risk taking that waft to the face. Glutonny is just trying to find a way, but of course the armor on the up smash from the wing popping out, actually saving M4E there.
And just like that, M4E winning the title of the jailer, forcing Glutonny in an endless phase of recovery on that stage. That was wonderfully done by M4E. Did manage to use that armor from the wing, and at the perfect opportunity. This is something Glutonny kind of forgot by going in. And now M4E in the driver's seat for the first time of the set.
Hang on, Humming Bee. Hang on, this was looking scary. M4E finally does go down, but that's a little bit of damage put onto Glutonny right now. Maybe all that waiting might have been to his left there, but the waft is still ever present. Glutonny does dive down, but the down air from M4E gonna challenge that.
Yeah, and look again, look at again. No, he made a mistake!
The patience!
The one time he made a mistake, Glutonny was very ready to punish him! And again!
Oh
my goodness! Oh, that was nasty!
That is why we keep the waft. That is why we keep the waft. Because in those last stock situations, you can just let it rip. You can toodle over the man and he just perishes.
And now the French songs or the French chants are starting to happen in the crowd. Obviously, we are slightly fewer than the Italian, but we know how to have a good banter, how to do some good bad things here. So, yeah, it is not looking good again for Chris. But, again, storytelling, my friend. Storytelling.
Exactly. This, as we said before, I believe both of M4E's previous sets in the winner's side of things have been Game 5. Obviously, first with Bloom Forever, and first with Mercury from Germany.
Okay.
This is just another Game 5 waiting to happen. And you know what, Hummingbee? That previous game showed that M4E can absolutely take this. He has it in it. He has it in it, indeed. Yes. So we will have to see. This is his final chance to take this game and get himself on the board. Grand Finals is the ticket here, the prize waiting for whoever wins this.
I am just amazed by the way the Italian crew is still behind their boy here, and I want to see them at least one more game. But Glutonny has another say about this. He doesn't want to have this overextend. Taking 30% in that direction is kind of a lot, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is where it starts to get scary.
Never mind.
Well.
Yeah.
Glutonny, once he gets a hold of you, it's very, very scary. Good tech though, just going to save himself. But a few more hits does give M4E the chance to.
No, not even enough again. Evening regard here for the Italian player. 69 on nice, anyway. On the side of M4E. It's in between and an edge guard situation here by M4E. This is going to be again. If it's the same thing, I have a sense of deja vu here. Glutonny did have a lot of issues to get back on the stage.
Yes.
One M4E had the ledge on his side. He did manage to get through though this time. This is surprising. What changed before compared to before? I don't know.
Okay, the back air does come out and again sends Glutonny off stage. The down air as well, but of course that's not going to do anything. Now this is where it starts to get scary, Hummingbee, because of course you have to respect all of these smash attacks. You have to be careful because all of these will have armor on them.
Yeah, there's no need to time it out on the ledge. Diggy's wing is not going to disappear, my friend. You will need to lose that stock in order to get it out of the board. At 86% with a lot of rage, actually a good combo or a good back air on ledge could actually be enough for the French player, but he needs to find this specific situation, and you can see already how M4E is respecting while he's keeping his distances and just getting in there when Glutonny is interacting with his back.
Well, this is why we saw it exactly in Game 1, what happens when you don't have that range between it. Because Glutonny just smothers you. He just gets in your face. But there we go, M4E finally taking that first stop away. Of course, the wing does go, but that is a good opportunity for M4E to get a bit of free damage here. You'll see Glutonny going a little bit more aggressive here. The up B gets snuffed out as well.
Now, and I think he's trying to like bait the options on the ledge, because we've seen already how the Italian loves to play around it with that up B, with the fact he can actually just like sting himself in the ledge, and he want to bait it out to try to punish it. I don't know if the best option, but he may have a plan cooking here. He doesn't need it actually, because he can just punish that no tech with a good dash attack.
Yeah, like I said, I just love the absolute patience as well from Glutonny there, just to kind of wait it out, knowing that M4E was going to initially shield, and then just, as soon as it dropped, immediately charge in. But, of course, M4E, once he starts getting going, there's probably going to be a downhand, but Glutonny does stall it off stage a little bit, but the armor as well. Oh no, not the armor, no wing yet.
Yeah, indeed, no wing, but no need for armor when he can just dodge all the operational form, this fat boy, because again, he doesn't have a lot of tools just to get into that range. Yeah, sure, he does have a lot of air drift, but when he's in the air, he can't actually go for a shield. However, here, a very good big mistake here by M4E going for that neutral B. And finding a good kill afterwards with not tilt.
Okay, M4E with a pretty strong lead here, but of course we know what can happen in an instant. We do see Glutonny glowing that bright brown, orange kind of color, but, and of course, that's why the waft comes out.
Yeah, but M4E did try a few things there and there. He just fell into one of those traps. You don't want to roll in against Glutonny, because he's always trying to cover that option, because this is the safest one. If you're rolling the other way, he's in a good state. He can just go back into neutral. Here, he did manage to catch the start. And look at the face, 80%, sorry, and still counting. And the state control, yes, the wing is there, but if you can't use it, what uses it?
Yeah, this is the thing. This is what we kind of seen before. This is what makes things difficult sometimes, because when Glutonny just kind of gets into the zone, it's a scary, scary time. And right now, he's quite determined to make sure M4E doesn't come back. But finally, M4E does get a few hits, and only 30% though. Needs to find a little bit of something else. Needs to get a little something going. Yeah. But Glutonny right now is determined not to let it happen.
He's just showing that French cuisine may be better than the Italian one. However, we've seen how M4E was good on ledge. We've seen how he did manage to keep Glutonny on that part of the stage for so long. If he does manage to do it one more time, that could be enough. But for now, he just needs to be wary of the kill option of Glutonny. And this is a good way to get back in there. 80% is enough just for good F smash with that armor, as we've seen before, to get a kill. And that is also a good edge guard.
Oh my goodness, and that was an opportunity there, but M4E decided to just be a little bit more patient. But this is still time, and the shield break. Italy's on their feet, M4E is on his feet. That is a game right now.
Which I just said it indeed. He was in the range, enough rage, enough kill power, to do something like this if Glutonny wasn't wary on his recovery.
Exactly.
This is exactly what the only option he had actually to get back in that game, and it happened. The storytelling is getting in place here for M4E.
We go.
Yeah, indeed. Here we go. Italia is in fire behind him. You can see already the whole crowd waiting for him. You can see a few Frenchies here and there, but obviously, we are here also for the crowd, and we can respect the Italian people when we see how good they are behind the player here.
I mean, this is why you've got to be sometimes a little bit less respectful, because Glutonny was keeping up that shield. Right. And then as soon as M4E saw the opportunity, saw, okay, hang on, this is looking a little low. If I go for this down smash, there is not much risk to me. Right. Pop that shield, take the game. M4E on the board.
Yeah, game 3 on the board, but a stage 6 selection for Glutonny, and already we are back onto PS2.
This is really just a home.
Yeah, welcome to France, baby. Welcome to Gare du Nord.
Every single person in that crowd back there is every single Frenchman. That is the French dimension right there.
Yeah, the French dimension is like very sneaky. We love to backstab an opponent, so expect to have a lot of us when we win this one.
Okay, so Here we go. Already Glutonny off to the kind of the start we saw previously, where he's just kind of using his overwhelming pressure, just sort of dancing around M4E as well, trying to find a single opportunity, getting a few kind of taps in here and there.
And you see the difference between PS2 and ICARUS and the situation we had on Hollow Bastion. We have those platforms near the ledge that will help him recover, will help him just time out a bit M4E and force him to make these approaches, force him to take risks. And he's been there to punish them every time, the same way M4E was there to punish the risk Glutonny was taking. For now, 0% to 84, and the moment I say that, we do have a few percent here ramping up for M4E, but he's still a little bit behind.
But you can see how carefully Glutonny is playing, because he's understood exactly what happens when he lets just M4E get away with things. So this time he's just kind of saying, okay, you know what, you've got to come to me, because I am just going to get my few little hits in here and there. I'm going to take my time, because every second that passes by just benefits me.
Indeed, and this is also a good situation, because as we've seen before, Glutonny is kind of fishing for those interactions on the ledge. He knows that he has that back air to get a hit quickly, and in the end, M4E just gets the pressure, got the pressure in the face. Ooh, that was sexy, to be honest. If it had worked, that would have been like flabbergasted by what just happened.
Okay, M4E sending Glutonny off stage again. Now there's wings out. It's starting to overwhelm Glutonny a little bit. The up smash coming out as well. Glutonny's going to have to start respecting those. Going to have to start respecting a whole lot. M4E does come back. Glutonny just taking his time as well. Not going to risk anything off stage.
Taking his time and also taking a lot of legend with that control B here, granting a few percent here and there. He's just taking his time to say it. And again, that waft is just going to be the bane of M4E in the next stock if he loses this one. Because now 146%. Again, we are reaching these amounts where Glutonny, we have to take a few risks to take a kill.
Oh my goodness, another down smash comes out, takes Glutonny's first stock, and once again, while it was looking like Glutonny was holding on to it, but just as I was saying it,
going to happen anyway.
Glutonny does find the back hit. It was somewhat inevitable, and now, of course, all this combo is coming out, but as of course, it wasn't going to end because of the shadow balls around him.
Yeah, but maybe it doesn't need it when he can just go for those combos. We've seen how he would fancy those natural waft in the middle of nowhere. He can go for this one there. 73%, Sephiroth, you can't just die from this.
Exactly, and of course you now see how, Glutonny going to start going for those falling up airs. He's going to want something. He's going to want to land this waft. He may try and save it if, of course, time goes on for the final stop. But right now, this is a prime time for wafting, and he's certainly looking for it.
Yeah, and again, if you go for a rig grab here, he can actually punish it. He went for the roll. Guys, please do never roll a ledge against Glutonny. There's a huge waft on deck. Why would you do so?
Okay, and now M4E once again trying to use the huge range, just keeping out away from Glutonny. Just off stage. There is that uses the waft to recover. Yes, he had to, but that is important, Humming Bee, because that means it is no longer online, and M4E does not need to necessarily worry about it.
And this is a very bad situation for him, because he's literally didn't move from that ledge for the past 10 seconds or so. It happens a minute, sorry, and that's a lot. Finally, the bike is going to disappear, so he will be able to change his recoveries if needed. But look at the percent. My goodness, how is he going to survive this? 131%, and for sure the key power inside on M4E here. Good backhand, a very bad DI, my friend. This is a Scottish DI we got there.
That really is. That is that's quite bad DI there. But of course, Glutonny now one stock up, but he's hanging on by a thread there. One big hit from M4E will take that stock away. Glutonny knows it as well, which is why he's taking his time. He's just jumping on that platform. He's saying, I do not want to come to you.
Yes, he's respecting it, and M4E is just trying to play around that pressure he's applying, and I love it again. Using that sword, using that very sweet spot here in the middle of the sword, just to force Glutonny to take risk. And down you go, my friend, in the end of hell.
Down into the abyss below. There's waiting for you, and M4E once again starting to play with a little bit of fire in his step. Glutonny going to have to try and snuff this out, because M4E is determined to take this to a game 5.
Yes, and he's doing very well in this, taking the advantage again, and a very good string going on, still using that nair very perfectly, and no waft yet, but it's going to happen nonetheless very soon. The waft, if it happens, I think the belly is already bulging. Yes, it is. In half a minute or so, we are going to have another waft on deck, and it's going to be very problematic for M4E. He needs to get that kill very quickly. Here, you could see already Glutonny retreating to not do those seconds before, and is it going to be enough again?
Okay, and again, Glutonny is really just jumping around. He knows that this waft is going to be pretty crucial now, actually, to take this last stock. He certainly wants to go online, and there it is! And he lands it up, but he uses the waft late, and so he's now wasted it. M4E with the chance of a lifetime here, but he's still got to try and end it. The forward smash is not enough.
What is happening there? Whips after whips on both sides. This is a bloodbath, but no kill yet on the both sides here. We are going to use a neutral beach just for the no approach. It's not going to happen. We are going very high. Again,
It's not enough though, Humming Glutonny
again.
is hanging on by a thread. M4E is looking for his final hit, just keeping his distance, throwing out those back airs. Glutonny is desperately trying to find a way in. Gets that command grab with the neutral beast, sends M4E off stage, goes for the back air, the loud bear, but it's not enough. Sends it again, M4E goes high, but it's still not enough to take the stock. But the back air does land, and Glutonny finds the stock and takes the set. 3-1.
My goodness, what a tense ending it was here. M4E did manage to get that wing triggered, was having even more kill options, but finally that one time he went for the back air, very slightly missed ranged.
Yeah.
He was in the range for that back air from Glutonny in response, and that was enough. He